Alright, I'm back. This camera likes to cut off and shit. But like I was saying, hold on, let me make sure it's on. Alright. Now I got a breaking major announcement. You see out the window, I got some light. You probably can't see my face very clearly. I'll have to figure what's going on with my cell phone. I didn't get a chance to wipe the water off the glass screen, but you know, it is what it is. You may not like the footage being a little effed up. I'll try to fix it. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix it. It ain't a guarantee. But before I start today's title, I want you to understand that there's gonna be some changes here on YouTube, especially with my primary YouTube channel. And hold on. Now, what I want you people to understand is the Angry Man had his channel terminated 2 or 3 days ago. He has a backup channel called the Angry Man Channel Number 2, and I have a backup channel in case something like that happens. So at the end of this video, I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to go to where you see my selection of videos, and I want you to click on it where it says channels, and I want you to go to the second channel that's on my YouTube page, and it's called the Alexander Number 2 channel. I want you to click on that when you're finished watching this video and subscribe to my secondary channel. That way, in case of an emergency, if this channel ever gets terminated in the future, you can go to my second channel. Now, all the content that you're getting right now is going to start going on that channel from now on, because Red Pill Rage is real. And a lot of us are getting attacked just for speaking our mind and speaking our opinion. They don't want to see no black men on the internet talking the truth of any kind. So this is their way of trying to get us off the internet and trying to stop us from talking. So I got to make a backup plan. So when this video's over, please go to the second channel and subscribe to it. If you come to my primary channel, all you're going to get is WWF versus WWE. You're going to get movie reviews, but you ain't going to get the usual content that you're used to getting. So that's why I'm saying that. Now, with no further ado, let's get on with today's video. It's Friday, 1 week before Christmas, last video of 2017. Let's kick it off with having sex with short white women and black women. Now, a lot of men find women that are from the height of 4'11" to like 5'6" very physically and very sexually attractive. Now, when I made my video called Having Sex with Giant, Tall, White, Black Women Part 1, I had a YouTuber that's a YouTuber, and he's one of my subscribers, and he goes by the name of GQ Midtown. And he had put some stuff in the comment section, and I was kind of like reading, because he made a big giant paragraph, and I was trying to read all of it, and it turned in from a misunderstanding to an argument. And he put in the comment section that men like short women, and they like to dominate short women and create the magic in the bedroom. Now, this is where I get to address GQ Midtown. Now, you want a YouTube video about me talking about how to get your freak on with a woman that's short? You're getting the video. But let me set some ground rules. Don't be leaving big giant paragraphs in my comment section, okay? I find that very rude and very disrespectful. That's number one. Number two, if you or any other YouTuber puts down a big giant paragraph, I'm going to disable the comment section. And you're going to be the cause of ruining all the good fun because of a misunderstanding. You know, I got respect for you. I watch your YouTube content. You don't see me making hate videos of Midtown. You know, I made some in the past, but that wasn't really a hate video. That was more of a compare and contrast. But the point is, and as far as creating the magic in the bedroom, let me explain something to you, GQ Midtown, man to man. This ain't the movie Lord of the Rings, okay? There's no magic in real life. It's masculinity. That's real. If there's any magic, it's called masculinity. It's called masculine energy. It's not called magic. That's where you're from. That's where you call it. Here in the real world, I call it being masculine. So don't be looking at that as, oh, he dissed me on camera, man. He dissed me. Now look at this as me trying to explain to you that don't be leaving me big giant paragraphs in the comment section. Say what you gotta say and keep it pushing. Or if you don't like the content of the video, don't watch the video. Now let's move into the video discussion. Now, men find short women that's from 4'11" to 5'6" physically sexually attractive. Now, you look at corporations as a perfect example. You look at places like let's go with the doctor's office. When you go to the doctor's office, you ever notice that the vast majority of women are short and the man's always tall? If you take a history class and you go back to the earlier days of the 1900s and the roaring 20s, you would find out that history has it that women that are short are more desirable, and men who are between the height of 5'11" to like 6'6" are desirable. Now, in the black community, women who are short like to reject men that short. And this was another complaint that I got in the comment section by GQ Midtown when he said that short men get rejected by tall women. Well, let me put this in the video. That's true to a certain degree, but you're going to see on a huge manufactured scale everywhere, universal, that short women are going to reject short men. So let's not forget about that either, because a lot of people seem to forget it. I ain't forget it, because I've spoken to women. I've asked women, why you turn down a short man, and their answer is he's too short, he can't protect me from danger. That's what you're going to hear in the black community. And often at times the guys that are short are dating women that's tall. So that's why I made that video for men that are short. And here I'm discrediting, in this video of his comments, I'm discrediting his comments because you forget that short women reject short men. And that's universal. You go all over the world and you're going to see short women reject short men. Now, the women who are dating tall men are doing it based off of the old school traditions. Now, what is the old school traditions? The old school traditions is he's everything that I want in a man. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's more athletic, he can provide for me, he's masculine, he's a man's man. Let's take somebody like, let's see if we can name somebody in sports. Let's look at somebody like LeBron James. He's 6'8", 250 pounds, rock solid muscle, and he's 6'8". Now, his woman, his wife, who's got his 3 kids, she's got to be about what? 5'2", 5'4", maybe even 5'5". Now, LeBron James is getting nothing but women that are short. Let's look at another athlete, Shaquille O'Neal. He's 7'1", 270 pounds, or close to 300 pounds, right? And his ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal, she only clocks in at 5'2", 5'3", maybe even 5'4". So that's real short, right? Well, a lot of men think that if they date them a woman that's short, that makes their life in sex and dating better. Now, if you're talking about sex, then, that might be a little bit of a difficult. If you're talking about dating, then yes, it makes your dating options much better. But let me talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, like I do in all my videos when I make a title about sex, and then what comes after that second half of the name. Now, let's see if you can understand this. You got to be careful when you date women from the height of 4'11" to 5'6" or 5'7", and I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes in society, sometimes in America, people often at times mistaken women of that height as if they're a little kid. And what happens is they think you're dating someone that's underage, and then they get on the phone and they call the police and they call the FBI because they think you're dating someone that's underage. and you try to explain to them, well, she finds me physically, sexually attractive, 6 feet tall, 6'2", 6'4", and they'd be like, but you could date a woman that's the same height as you or close to your height. You ain't got to date a woman that's 4'11" or 5'6". And men find those women physically, sexually attractive. They take those women out to lunch. They take those women out to dinner. And usually if you go to a gym, you'll see a lot of women that's short. But here's where that can get you in trouble. You don't tell someone on the internet or in person that you like to dominate short women in the bedroom. You don't, because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's paying attention, and you don't know who's going to go back and tell other people. And before you know it, you got too many people in your business and trying to figure out what you're doing. So this is where I get to say in the video, be careful when you say it. Here's another thing that they're not going to tell you in the news media. You ever notice that when you date a girl between 4'11" to 5'6", she's between the ages of 18 to 25 years of age? Yeah, usually if you date a woman that's real short, she's in her early 20s. And if you date a woman that's between, I would say probably 29 or 30 to like 35, close to 40, she's probably around the same height as you or taller than you. We're using math and we're using science, people, because they're not going to teach you this in high school and college. So I got to teach you math and science 101. And a lot of times when you date a woman that's from 4'11" to 5'6" or 5'7", she's between the ages of 18 to 25. Sometimes she might be 26 or 27. And it's just like this in foreign countries too. And you're going to get the most hate. Oh, yes, you're going to get haters. Oh, yes, there's always haters in everything you do. If you got a job and you're making $15, $16, $17 an hour, there goes all the hate. You go from riding the bus and taking the train in a flash, and you get you a car, there goes the hate. You go from being 300 pounds fat and out of shape to getting six-pack abs and you get big and buff, there goes the hate. And if you date a woman from the age of 18 to 27 and she from the height of 4'11" to 5'6" or 5'7", there goes the hate. And you're going to get hate by women. You're going to get hate by men. You're going to get a lot of player hate from women and from men. So don't be shocked or surprised if you date a woman from the age of 18 to 27 and she from the height of 4'11" to 5'6" or 5'7", and all of a sudden there's a lot of hate. You're going to get a lot of hate. Now, let's talk about the sex part, because I know that's what you've been waiting for. You're probably looking at me in the camera like, Alex, hurry up and get to the point. Get to the sex already, man. Because I know y'all like, hurry up and get to the good part of the video. Now, when you do role playing, they wear short mini skirt dresses, they wear them tight pants, booty be looking good, and you be like, damn, shorty look good. That's where the word shorty come from. But what you don't understand is that when you dominate in the bedroom, that empowers a man 10 times, and it gives a man an ego. And if you look at television shows like Mad Men, when it was popular, all the men were close to 6 feet tall, and all the women were 5'1", 5'2", 5'5", if you watch that television show. What's another show that associates a tall man with a short woman? Let's see. X-Files. If you look at the X-Files, a lot of the villains were tall. Marvel Comics, that's a perfect example. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. What do you see? Captain America's tall, Black Widow's short. You look at Scarlet Witch, you look at Vision, he's tall, right? So that established right there, he's the man and she's the woman. There's the patriarchy, and she follows the rules of the patriarchy. Now, the reason why I like short women is because when you bring them into the bedroom, you can do a lot of role playing. You can do foreplay. If you're in the 50 Shades of Grey, you can do that. You know, there's the handcuffs, there's the blindfold, there's the candle wax, you know, there's that. And then um you could hit it from the back, you know, and I don't, you know, but then again, you got to be careful because if she's too small and too petite, then you could break her ribs and her rib cage, and then you can't have no fun no more. So you can't be too physical. That's why I said in my last, not the one about BBW, but the one that was before that, that's why I said you would rather go with taller women than short women. But this video is about short women. Now, the short white women, they're by far the best to have in sex in bed. They're the best to have in sex in bed. The black women are also good to have sex in bed if they're short. Now, you got to be careful because you don't want no one to be looking at you crazy looking or funny looking when you date these types of girls. But guys think that shorter is better. Now, short girls go after tall guys because they can protect them and save them from danger. However, we don't look at short women like women. We look at short women kind of like sex objects in a way because we're thinking, oh yeah, I can take her down. You hear the jokes, you know, a comedian makes a joke and say, man, she look like a 12-year-old boy. What you doing with a girl that look like she 12? And when they make jokes like that, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to be careful dating women that's short because they might mistaken you for dating someone that's underage, like a midget, right? A midget is like 3'11", right? You got some sick perverted perverts out there that like midget women. And again, it brings this negative stigmata that you are perverted and you like women that's short. Now, they're short and then there's midget size. And you have to understand the difference between a girl that's short and a woman that's a midget. A woman that's a midget look like a little kid. And I've actually seen a black man in a car who got money, looks, and status drive up and hit on a black girl that's 25, 26 years old that is actually midget size. And he got rejected by her. So that's also another misconception is that when somebody puts in the comment section and says men mostly like short women, what they have to understand is that's not always the case. I've heard some men tell me straight up, yeah, I want a woman that's short, but I don't want her to be too short. Just like when I made my video about tall women, there's some guys that go, I like my women 6 feet tall, but I don't want no woman 6'2". I don't want no woman 6'4", 6'5". But I do want me a woman that's 6 feet tall. Well, the same rule goes for this. I don't want no woman short, but too short. She could be short, but not too short. Some guys don't feel comfortable dating a woman that's 4'11" or 5 feet tall because it's almost like looking at a little kid. And a lot of times men don't even respect women when they're that short. See, that's another thing that they're not going to tell you. And I'm breaking down the math and the science. Women go after guys that are very athletic and play basketball, football, baseball, you know, sports like that, or in the business world. You look in the business world, like a bank. Almost all the men in the bank are close to 6 feet tall, right? And all the women in the bank are short. But that would be television and film, because in the real world, when you go to a bank, you're going to see some women that's 5'11", 6 feet, 6'2", 6'4". You're going to see some women 200 pounds, 300 pounds. And you're going to see some women that's between the height of 4'11" to 5'6", 5'7". And a lot of times you're going to see a short girl with a fat guy. Let's talk about that. Hold on for a second. Okay, we're at 19 minutes. 2 more minutes and this will be the end of this video. You see short guys with fat guys. Fat guy can have a beer gut and he might be 210 pounds, 245 pounds. And you be saying to yourself, what is a short girl doing with a fat guy? It ain't always a big, buff, athletic man like you think it is. Or the guy could be bald-headed and be tall. So there's different categories of guys dating short girls and short girls dating tall guys. So this is pretty much the video. And if you want me to make a part 2, then you got to go to my second channel and things of that nature. Now, if you put something in the comment section, it better be why you agree with the video. It better be why you disagree with the video. Don't be leaving me no 2 to 3 giant paragraphs in the comment section and I gotta read the whole thing. Get to the point to why you like my video, get to the point to why you hate the video, but no giant paragraphs. If I see anybody leave me 2 to 3 giant paragraphs, I'm gonna disable the comment section. And you can't look at me, you're gonna have to look at the person who left that last paragraph in the last video. So I gave you a lot to think about in this video. So this is part one. If you want a part two, you got to go to my secondary YouTube channel. And then if you're going to put something in the comment section, it better be to agree or to disagree and keep it pushing. Don't be putting no crazy nonsense in the comment section that takes up 2 or 3 paragraphs. All right, peace.